J'ai besoin de. To say I need in French, we need to use the structure j'ai besoin de, or the apostrophe if the word that follows starts with a vowel or an H. What it means literally is I have need of. But of course in English we are going to say I need. And then we add what we need. J'ai besoin de temps, I need time. J'ai besoin de repos, I need rest. J'ai besoin de sucre, I need sugar. And if we have a word that begins with a vowel, we're going to have j'ai besoin d'un ami, I need a friend. J'ai besoin d'une douche, I need a shower. J'ai besoin d'air, I need air. And of course, if we need to do something, we are going to use an infinitive verb. J'ai besoin de dormir. J'ai besoin de parler. J'ai besoin d'aller en ville. Now, that's when we talk about ourselves, or I need. If you want to say that other people need, all you have to do is to change the j'ai and use the appropriate form of the verb avoir. So instead of I need, if I want to say you need, you're going to say tu as besoin de. He needs, il a besoin de. She needs, elle a besoin de, etc. If you want to say I don't need, you need to use the negative form of the verb avoir, je n'ai pas instead of j'ai, and exactly the same for the rest, besoin de or the apostrophe. And if you want to talk about other people, you're going to use the negative for other people. So, nous n'avons pas besoin de, we don't need. Vous n'avez pas besoin de, you don't need. And of course, we need, as usual, to add what we don't need. Je n'ai pas besoin de temps, I don't need time. I thought I would teach you this little word en because it's going to help you sound a lot more authentic when you speak French. The little word en is what we call a pronoun. It means that it replaces a noun and it is used to prevent repetition, and therefore it helps you sound a lot more natural. So if I take an example of a question, avez-vous besoin d'une serviette? Do you need a towel? Your reply could be, oui, j'ai besoin d'une serviette. Yes, I need a towel. Perfectly all right. But if you didn't want to repeat the word serviette because we already know what we're talking about, you could say, oui, j'en ai besoin. Yes, I need one. On the other hand, if you didn't need a towel, you could say, non, je n'ai pas besoin d'une serviette. Or you could simply say, non, je n'en ai pas besoin. Now, it's a bit of a mouthful to say, non, je n'en ai pas besoin. And quite often, when we're using negative phrases in French, we tend to lose the little first part of the negative, which is the N apostrophe or the NE. So what will happen? We're going to hear, non, j'en ai pas besoin. And that's quite a familiar form that you are very likely to hear in France or in French-speaking countries. J'en ai pas besoin. Let's try to put what we've learned into practice. You have a list of vocabulary, and in a minute I'm going to ask you to act as an interpreter. I'm going to show you a sentence in English, and you will simply need to translate it into French. Each time you will have a couple of seconds to work out your answer and maybe say it out loud or in your head. Vous êtes prêts? C'est parti. J'ai besoin d'un parapluie. Je n'ai pas besoin d'un pull. Il a besoin de faire du sport. J'ai besoin de vérifier. Nous avons besoin d'une voiture. Or you could use the more familiar form of we have, which is on a. On a besoin d'une voiture. Ma sœur a besoin de toi. Tu n'as pas besoin d'aller à la banque if you're using the familiar form, or you could use vous n'avez pas besoin d'aller à la banque. J'ai besoin de vacances. Just to finish, I wanted to tell you that there's another way to say I need, and it's this structure, il me faut. Il me faut is very common in French, but I do not want to spend too much time explaining how it works. Let's just say that that little word here, me, stands for the first person, so I. So if you say I need, you can say il me faut. Now, if I was going to expand and talk about you need, he needs, etc., I would probably need another lesson, and we need to have learned other things before we get to that. But this is a useful phrase that you will hear quite often in French. So use it, and then you use it, of course, with nouns. And you have il me faut un ticket, I need a ticket. Il me faut une serviette, I need a towel. Il me faut du sucre. Now be careful. With il me faut, we need to use du, de la, des, dièle apostrophe. As opposed to j'ai besoin de, where you only use de or the apostrophe. Or you can use other words. Il me faut mon passeport, il me faut 10 euros, etc. I thought it would be useful for you to know. Don't worry too much about it. Just use it as the first person form. I need. Félicitations, you've completed lesson 10. This means you've also completed the elementary course. There will be, of course, more lessons, more courses. But for now, all I have to say is au revoir et à bientôt.